everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Sonia, your host and companion on Thinking Out Loud Thursdays. And today we're going to be talking about something that no one really enjoys. Criticism. Now, we all want to be perfect, right? But the reality is that criticism is part of our daily lives, especially professionally. Tough to hear, but a golden opportunity for growth. So today, let's talk about it. But before we start, please consider subscribing to my channel and grab your cups of coffee and let's start. First, let's understand the nature of criticism. We have constructive and destructive kinds of criticism. Now, constructive criticism focuses on specific behavior or actions. It offers suggestions for improvement. And on the other hand, destructive criticism feels like a personal attack. It's often very vague, lacks clarity, and is very demotivating. For example, instead of saying that your presentation was horrible or it was not up to the mark, instead of that, simply saying that it lacked a clear structure, you could have used more visuals to support what you were trying to say in the presentation. Makes it very clear for the person who's receiving that constructive feedback from you, or if you're trying to criticize whatever that they've done at that moment. Instead of just saying that you're not good at making presentations. Now that's very vague. That's demotivating. The other person might have spent hours in making that presentation and you have just summarized the whole effort into one word that you're not good at making presentations. So instead of saying that, simply just add few more words as to which are the areas the person needs to improve in making those presentations. So if you are at the receiving end, how do you make use of this criticism? Let's speak about it. I think whenever you're getting any form of criticism, you need to remember is stay calm and actively listen what the other person is trying to say. Have an open mind. It's very natural to get very defensive when we start getting criticism, but keep your emotions aside and listen to what is being said. For example, if you're getting some feedback or constructive criticism is coming to you in form of that in your last report, I observed a lot of inconsistencies. You need to check your data because there were a lot of inaccuracies. Or your report could have more detailed information for better decision making. So when you get these kind of feedback, in your mind, you'll start thinking that, okay, fine, I need to add more details, or I need to recheck the data, whether the data is accurate or not, or I can add few things so that it's very easy for the people who are listening to my presentation. It's very easy for them to understand. Now, this is a very constructive kind of feedback, but whenever you're trying to get feedback, don't jump the gun and start being very defensive. No, sir, I've added the data. No, sir, I've given all the details. No, sir, I think I've done justice to the whole presentation. So instead of getting very defensive about it, stay calm, stay focused, listen what the feedback or criticism is coming your way, and in your mind, try to absorb what is coming, and then go through your presentation once again and see, is there still some discrepancies in your report or your presentation? Can you still improve it further? So look at these opportunities to improve yourself and not get very defensive about it. Many times I've noticed that whosoever is at the receiving end, they do not ask any questions when any criticism is coming your way. Next, what you need to do is start asking questions, start asking for specific information, because general feedback is never going to help you. So politely, you can ask for the areas of improvement. Like, can you share the areas of inconsistencies in my data, or which part of the presentation you felt that I need to add more information so that it'll help me, refine my skills to ensure that my presentation is up to the mark. This kind of an attitude will make a big difference. And always analyze the feedback that is coming to you very objectively. If there are any mistakes that have been pointed out, please accept them and look at how you can improve yourself. Self-reflection always works, always helps every individual to look at, where I can improve myself, where I've gone wrong. And if you've gone wrong, there's no harm in accepting it, because that's the only way your eyes will be open, right? If you think that whatever you've done is right and you can never go wrong, you'll never look at the opportunities of growing as well, because you think you're perfect and you've made no mistakes. So if any mistakes get pointed out, please be humble, acknowledge, thank the other person that thank you for sharing this with me. I think I missed out on it, and I'm going to be a little more careful in making these presentations, or maybe my report is missing out some key data points. And going forward, I will include a very detailed analysis for easy understanding. And also when decisions are taken, you have the complete report in front of you. So all this also tells the other person who's giving the feedback that you are receiving it in a very positive manner, and you're not going all over the place by simply, justifying yourself. A very big mistake that most of the people do who receive criticism or who receive feedback is that they don't take any action on it. Next time also, when you've got a presentation to make or when you have to submit a report, you'll make the same mistakes again. Now, what is the use of getting some feedback or criticism is coming your way, but you don't want to change yourself? And if you become that kind of a rigid professional, then, your chances of growth will be very, very limited. People will not like to work with you. People will stop giving you feedback. So after you've analyzed what is the feedback or the criticism coming your way, create an action plan for yourself. How you're going to be fixing those errors. And once you've made a plan, share it with your seniors, whosoever gave you the feedback that this is what I'm going to be doing. I hope this is okay. Or would you want me to, add something more so that I'm more diligent in making these presentations or these reports, because I really, really want to excel in this. So I've made this action plan. Is this okay? The other person will really, really feel very happy about it, that, you have taken the feedback in a right manner. You've taken that criticism of the work that you had done in a very right manner. And now you're willing to improve on it. Or simply you can just say that I'll create a checklist to ensure accuracy. Does that sound good? Where I'll add detailed financial data. I'll use visuals for clarity. When you're giving such an action plan that this is what you're going to be doing, every time you have to submit a report or do a presentation or create an action plan, you know that you will be more careful. And the other person, when he looks at that, okay, fine, you've already created an action plan as to what are the things that you're going to do so that you don't repeat these same errors. The other person, your seniors, will be very happy. Your colleagues might learn from you that, okay, fine, I've been also getting a shouting or criticism all my way, throughout the last week, I was getting criticism for everything that I was submitting or discussing in the meetings. Okay, fine. So which means there is something that I'm not doing, that because of which. So when they start noticing you doing it, they'll be also happy taking on whatever, feedback, the way you are absorbing the feedback. Your colleagues will also learn from it. See, it's very important to keep seeking continuous feedback, where you can actually schedule, like you can check with them that, can I get 30 minutes this week, as I would like to discuss my work. Now, when you start doing these regular check-ins with your bosses or leaders, it helps you stay on track. And it also helps you find ways of growing within the organization. If you're getting very destructive kind of feedback or criticism is coming your way, first, before reacting, please look at who is giving you that feedback or who is giving you that criticism. Now, is that person whose nature is that the person is never happy with anyone? Then I think listen from one ear and take it out from the other ear. Now, if that person has good authority within the company and giving you that criticism, then listen actively, figure out where you're going wrong. And maybe after, when the person has cooled down, the whole conversation is over, maybe after 2-3 days, when you've created an action plan, go back to that person and say that, sir, that day you had given me some feedback and you didn't like the way I had submitted some things. So I would like to discuss that with you so that, it helps me improve myself and bring things on track for myself. So when you start doing that, maybe, it helps you, like I just mentioned. But if you feel that, you are continuously from this one person, you're getting very destructive feedback, then my suggestion would be that, discuss with your other colleagues, discuss with other seniors within the company, approach the other leaders within the company. If you have a mentor within the company, go and speak to the mentor that I don't know why all the things that I'm doing, I feel they're right and other people are always happy with my work. But this one person or this one leader or my boss, I'm never able to please. He's never happy or she's never happy with my work. So I don't know where I'm going wrong because all the feedback is very vague. I'm not able to figure out which area is my boss wanting me to improve on, or which area do I need to focus on. And I've really tried to have a conversation with that person, but that person is not ready to listen. So please figure out. First, try to reason out with your boss, sir. Ask questions, seek for specifics. And if you're still not getting any answer, then maybe you can seek support from other people, other colleagues or other leaders. Maybe after office hours, you can just invite your boss to say, sir, I would like to discuss few things. If you have time, we can have coffee. I really need your inputs. I need your help. Please help me figure out where I'm going wrong so that I can improve myself. I want to be part of your team and I want to really do well with you. So please help me figure out where I'm going wrong. Because when you start approaching the other person in a manner which is not in a very agitated manner, you're not being rude, you're not being defensive, you're not trying to justify yourself, and you're simply in a very humbly manner, you're just going and approaching the person that please help me. I really need to figure out which are the areas that I need to improve myself. And I'm sure the other person will respond, will get and I think things will be sorted. Before I end this episode, stay calm, listen actively what is being said, ask for specifics, the areas that you need to improve yourself, analyze the feedback that is coming to you, create an action plan, and always follow up with the person that, okay, fine, this is the feedback that I've received. I worked on this. Could you share if this is fine now? With that, we come to the end of our episode. I really hope that you found this video useful. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching me, and I'm going to see you in my next video.